New notification. Now broadcasting.
Everybody, now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that nearly troubled, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they can win here in Pittsburgh. They'll be able to win the season sweep. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw.
He's going to
He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Middleton. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 35.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Steelers had a woeful 3 and 12 on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they pull down 7 and 0, 15 and 0.
He can't find anywhere to go in, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got killed with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. This is Dillon on the counter. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They run again with Dillon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was an air rim. The ball was always in the air, right? They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. So Both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on a short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football. And that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Naheem Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had a season to pay it forward. So let me ask you to put them in. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get started up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looking to throw on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On third down, and he goes back with one complete. And they want this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Solid catch there from him who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the NBA been a pass catcher, tight end, or a wide receiver who's taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango.
Oh my God.
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk to GMs or putting together your team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
And the stealing pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah,
the Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away on the icy winter air. Taking it to 42. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But there's 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And the co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run once more with Dillon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 59 yards rushing for us. He's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To the right side, this is Dillon. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So on fourth down, the Steelers called on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. Boswell's kick is good. So a little scoring right there, Charles, and a really two-score lead.
You'd like the success, partner, but you'll take the three, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first two drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with first down now.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't slip and fall when it happens in a game.
Play action. Huff. He's going to walk one. Deep left side here. Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Throw that to his outside shoulder. Throw that to his outside shoulder.
I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. Let's go, charge.
Back to Dillon on first down. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 29. 136 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Dillon now off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Back to throw. Middleton. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Ready. Ultra. Go ultra.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Dillon now on first and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Looking to throw. Middleton. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Pittman, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, right back to Hines. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw on 3rd down. Huff. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Off the play fake. Middleton. He finds his man complete. That's Richards.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
A.J. Dillon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Huff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Huff. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running right, here's Dillon. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Off play action. Middleton on the move to his left. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Middleton. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Middleton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richards. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Middleton. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huff. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Huff. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Huff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Dillon.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Huff.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Ball red.
Looking to throw on second down. Huff. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Okay, ready?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
On 4th down, Huff. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to kick.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Huff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Rolling to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for two. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Draw play, it's Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Taken from just outside the 30. Pushes him over. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, Huff. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Huff. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you...
Touchdown, Bengals! A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
97. Come on, 38. Striker, 3-3. Long, 10. 10.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to roam now. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bengals have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 202 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give for Dillon running right. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They'll try the left side with Dillon to about the 40-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On the ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's got some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
On the set. Ready.
Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Dillon, they try the left side with him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's back to throw. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stuck to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Shot. 17.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Richards. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Bengals, they get a 5th win to move to 5-11 with one game remaining.